Dobrý večer všem. Zdravíme vás z rádia Fenomén. Tady je Terka, ahoj.
Tady Linda, ahoj.
Tady Maruška, ahoj. Dnešní vysílání bude trošku speciální, a to hlavně v tom, že ve studiu máme hosta, s nímž bude rozhovor probíhat v angličtině. Pro ty, kteří si v tomto jazyce moc nevěří, zveřejníme co nejdřív po živém vysílání český překlad zde pod videem, takže se nemusíte opravdu bát a z rozhovoru si taky něco odnesete. A nyní už přepneme do angličtiny. So, hello, our dear listeners. Today you'll hear an interview with Carlotta Bastian. She'll be talking about Lobkovický zámek and its history and importance to our country. We won't delay anymore, and we are starting with an interview now. So, hello, Carlotta. We are happy to have you here with us today.
Hello, and thank you very much for inviting me. I am honored to join you on your program today. It's wonderful to see such interest from young people in the rich history of the Czech Republic.
So I have the first question, and it's, could you give us a brief history of the Lobkovice Chateau? When and under what circumstances was it established?
For sure. Chateau Lobkovice traces its roots back to the early 15th century. Originally a medieval fortress, the site is first documented in 1403 when owned by Prague citizen Prokop Krukna. In 1409, the estate was acquired by Mikuláš of Ujis, a nobleman who would later adopt the surname of Lobkovice and making the beginning of Lobkovic's family. Located strategically on a rise near the Elbe River, the chateau is elevated in an elevated position, and a natural defense made it ideal for fortification. Over time, this site developed from a functional fortress into a symbol of family legacy and noble presence in the region.
So, what role did the chateau play in the past? Was it connected to any significant historical figures or events?
Chateau Lobkovice is the origin of Lobkovic's family. So it served as an important family residence and later as an administrative center for estate management. But not only significant personalities from the Lobkovic family are connected to the chateau. It also gained renown as a retreat for František Palacký, the eminent historian, often considered the father of the Czech nation, who lived there for several years with his family.
And are there any specific legends or stories associated with the chateau and that have been passed down through history?
Well, one legend associated with the chateau is the existence of an underground tunnel system that supposedly connects the old mill in Lobkovice, the church, and the chateau, extending into the forest. Since we found an entrance to a buried tunnel in the Baroque souterrain, this history has fascinated me a bit.
That's amazing. And you don't know about some more history?
We would have to investigate.
Yeah. And how has the chateau changed over time, for example, architecturally or in its function?
Chateau Lobkovice evolved significantly over the centuries, with each transformation reflecting the styles and needs of the times. So it began as a wooden fortress, which was modified into a Gothic fortification with a stone tower. Under the Sequeira family, it underwent a transformation into a small Renaissance chateau. In 1679, Prince Ferdinand August of Lobkowicz commissioned Italian architect Antonio della Porta for a major Baroque renovation. Porta redesigned the interiors, created new facades, and added a one-story wing with a Baroque portal, giving the chateau its present appearance. After Ferdinand Joseph of Lobkowicz sold the castle in 1829, the new owner, Jan Michura, modernized interiors and roofing, adapting it to the 19th century preferences. In 1948, the chateau became the property of the state. It fell into disrepair and suffered from insufficient maintenance, broken roofs, and collapsing tower. In the early 1980s, the Faculty of Philosophy of Charles University in Prague took over the property and began converting it into a library depot and study center. During this renovation period, communism ended and the construction work stopped.
I want to ask if it has been somehow influenced by First and Second World War?
Well, during the Second World War, it was taken from the family. And during the First World War, I actually have no information about the state of the
So it
castle.
wasn't anyhow destroyed or robbed?
It was robbed and destroyed several times, but
Yeah.
it suffered the most, I think, during the 30-year War.
Yeah.
And furthermore, it was destroyed mainly also by lightning strikes and weather conditions.
Mhm.
Yeah, and so I have a question to the previous question about the tunnels. If you are planning to explore it more.
Well, we would be very interested in this legend, but for this reason, we would have to consult with the static guy before if we can open the tunnel.
Yeah.
And it's a legend, so it might or might not be true. We will see.
But it would be really cool if it was.
Definitely.
How does the Lobkowicz Chateau compare to other historical estates owned by the Lobkowicz family in terms of its importance or uniqueness?
The chateau stands out among the Lobkowicz estates as the family's original seat, symbolizing their deep historical roots. And it reflects a unique architectural evolution from a medieval stronghold to a Renaissance and Baroque manor. Its connection to historian František Palacký further enriches its significance.
How did you personally or your organization get involved in the project to restore the Lobkowice Chateau? What attracted you to it?
My partner Maximilian is the son of Alexander Lobkowicz, who regained the chateau during the restitution process after the Velvet Revolution. So given that, the chateau has been in the family for over 600 years, so we feel strongly committed to preserve and continue its rich history.
It's beautiful. I just want to remind our listeners that they can write questions in chat if they want to, and they can be also in Czech, and we will translate it. You don't have to be worried about your English level. And what are we talking about? Yeah. How did you get to the restoration of Lobkowice Chateau? I wanted to ask if were you it's important that it was in family, yes, but were you hesitating about taking part in taking care of it?
Well, it was a big decision to move from a big city in Germany to a smaller city in the Czech Republic with a foreign language. But it was so important for us to really keep this chateau in the family and to give it a new life that we decided it would be our life project and we will dedicate our time to this.
And can I ask you if you have some other Lobkowicz some possessions in your if you are trying to get try to get them restored or something like that?
You mean other estates?
Yeah.
No, Lobkowicz is our main project at the moment.
Yeah, okay. And another question, who is it? So, when did you start the revitalization and in what condition was the chateau when you took it over?
So we began our project in 2021, starting with minor works, and we were focused primarily on urgent repairs, some smaller renovations. So our initial goal was to beautify the area enough to open it finally to the public and to host our first events. When we took over, the chateau was in a condition very similar to how it has been 35 years prior, so following its restitution after the Velvet Revolution. During the communist era, there were plans for a major reconstruction led by the Charles University in Prague, but this project was never completed. So as a result, the interior of the chateau resembles as a shell construction, so an inefficient construction site. Lacking floors, electricity, plaster on the walls, water and heating. It's basically empty. So there's still a lot of work ahead of us to restore it.
And how many years would you say that is?
The project?
Yes.
As I said earlier, it will be our life project probably.
Yeah, okay.
And how long are you up there?
Here in Czech
Yeah,
Republic.
how long are you trying to give it a new life?
We started in 2021, so
Yeah.
it's been 3.5
It's quite a long
years.
time. And can I ask, how was it during COVID? Did it anyhow affect the process?
We moved during COVID, so the borders were just open again when we moved, and it was not influencing us much, I would say, because we were in our microcosmos, focusing on the project, many new ideas and a lot of energy. And I think it was actually a very good time for us to move during COVID times from a big city where we were living in an apartment to the countryside, to a relatively big estate where we could move freely and really do some work.
Yeah, that's true. That's amazing.
And are there some or any volunteers that help you with revitalization of the chateau?
Yeah, the past years, we actually had several volunteer programs where we hosted volunteer camps at the chateau. It was mainly about 2 weeks, and we had groups from 5 to 20 people. And we were starting some works there, mostly repairs or refurbishing of furniture we found in the storage. So yeah, we always welcome volunteers at our side.
And is there any particular organization that is helping you, or it's just general?
No, we are organizing ourselves.
And how can people volunteer? Or is there some, like, I don't know how to say.
Some way they can
Yes.
contact you?
Actually, when we are organizing a volunteer camp, we will post it always on our social media, and people can just write to us and apply.
Okay. I think that was a great part of our interview, and we can move to a song.
Yes, I think it's a perfect time to listen to some music. So we'll play you a song, Symphony Number 3.
Heroika.
Yes, by Beethoven. So enjoy it.
Hello, welcome back to an interview. We hope you enjoyed the song. Here is Maruška.
Here, Linda. Hi.
Here is Terka. Hi. And today we have an amazing guest, Carlotta Bastian. We heard a song and it's named Eroika. And I want to mention that this song was dedicated to Lobkovick's family. And now we can continue in the interview. Yeah, I just wanted to remind our listeners that they can write us questions they have on Carlotta in Czech, and we can translate it and ask in English. You don't have to be worried to write it in English. Okay, so we will go to another question, and I wanted to ask what impact has the revitalization of the chateau on local community and tourism in the region?
So in my belief, the revitalization of the chateau has enriched the local community. So residents of Neratovice now have the opportunity to visit the chateau during our public events, fostering a sense of connection to their local heritage. By designating the chateau as a site for cultural events, we are promoting cultural engagement and increasing the variety of social activities available in Neratovice. Also, couples can celebrate their weddings in this historic venue, adding a unique and meaningful aspect to their special day. Their association with this cultural monument fosters a deeper connection to their hometown, cultivating a sense of belonging and a pride in their local history.
And I wanted to ask if there was a chance to visit Lobkovice Castle zámek for public in before you came here.
Before we arrived, there was the Lobkovice Association, which were very much engaged in also giving the people the chance to visit the castle. They opened a little exhibition in the Gothic part of the castle, which has been open for several years. And so it was also possible before, but in a smaller frame, I would say.
So extended the possibilities.
We extended, we changed it a little bit, and also added the possibility of hosting events and private and public events at the chateau.
And what other activities or services does the Lobkovice Chateau currently offer?
So the chateau is open to the public during a variety of events throughout the year. So notable occasions include den Rzemysel on 10th of May, the Day of Open Monuments, which we have on the 25th of May next year, and of course our Christmas market on the 8th of December this year. And during these events, we also offer guided tours. The chateau also serves as a venue for personal celebrations, including weddings, birthdays, and anniversaries. And we also provide a guest house for up to 14 people.
It's really cool.
And can I ask, the guided tours are in what languages?
We offer it in Czech language.
Okay.
But there's also the possibility in English and German.
That's amazing. And I also wanted to ask that are you the one who is making all of those events and days?
So I am responsible for the organization of the Christmas market this year and the Day of Open Monuments. For the Takže, for example, we cooperate with the local scouts, so they are in charge of the organization, and we aim to also enhance the offer of public events at the chateau in the coming years.
And I also remembered we were at the Řemeslo, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yes. Maruška will tell us how it was. Like?
It was beautiful. I think there was a lot of things to do and a lot of activities you can try or learn something new.
Like what, for example?
I think the focus of the event was on local arts and
Yeah.
handcrafts, giving the people, especially from the region, an opportunity to display their work.
That's beautiful. And we will remind before the Christmas market happens that it is happening here in our radio. So you listeners don't forget. And what was the other day about?
The Day of Open Monuments.
Yeah. How was it like?
We are. This is a frame of the association we are part of, the Association of Castle Owners in the Czech Republic. They are every year they have their Day of Open Monuments in the end of May, and we are participating as one of the almost 50 member castles. So at this day we open our doors, we give guided tours with extended content, so really into details, the tours. This year we offered some coffee and had some food as well, some music and some games for children to play. So it's a small frame, but it has been very well visited by the people.
Yeah, I do remember this day. I was in like Klášter. It was like different, but it was really beautiful because you can see a lot of things you can't normally see. So it's always like a beautiful experience to see all the different things and different places.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask, how long does it take to prepare some of those events? Yeah.
It really much depends. For the organization of the Christmas market, I started in late summer already, because Christmas is always a time where people are very busy, especially the vendors. It takes a couple of months to connect with all of the people that are displaying and people that are selling their products. And the day itself, it's if it's well organized, it's normally just some preparations on the day itself.
And will you tell our audience something more about the day, like when will it happen, what time, what they can see here, and something like that?
Of course. So the date is the 8th of December. It's a Sunday. The doors will be open from 12 and it ends at 7. We will have a cultural program. So we have several choirs. We have a trio of trumpets playing Christmas carols. And we will have a lot of artists displaying their arts, a lot of handcrafts and regional products. We will have homemade food and drinks, of course, svarak and and all Christmas specialties that are important for a Christmas market. We also offer some tours, and we hope that it will have a very nice atmosphere at the chateau with a lot of lights and
Yeah, it surely will have. So don't forget 8 December, am I right? Yeah, so 8 December from 12 at Chateau Lobkovice, we will see everybody there.
And I wanted to ask, do you have some feedback about these events from like visitors or something?
Many people have approached us being very happy that the chateau is now finally accessible and that people can visit it and actually see the inside. Also, the Renaissance and Baroque part, which has never been open before, is now accessible during the tours, which is really interesting already in this state. So as I said before, it is like a shell construction. There's nothing historical to see like in other castles, no murals at the walls, no old furniture, but you can really see the architectural changes during the epochs, and you can see in which state it was restituted and how much work is ahead of us.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. So I think it's a great time to put there some music. So we will listen to Happy from Bukahara. I hope I read it right. And enjoy the song.
You're still hiding in the park. You look so happy when you're down, 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 under the trees where you won't be found. And you're still dancing in the dark. It makes you happy when you're down, down, down. No one can see you spinning round and round. And your feet, they keep on moving, even when the nights are cold. When you roll, will you still be dancing on into the dawn of the light? I haven't seen you for a while. You still look happy when you're down, down, down. You keep on moving to keep warm when the leaves turn brown. And you're still reaching up to the sky. It makes you happy when you're down, down, down. I still believe that one day you will take off from the ground. And your stars, they keep on burning, even when the nights are cold. When you roll, will you still be dancing on into the dawn? Hear the voices singing everywhere, singing love is coming down to those who care. Hear the voices singing everywhere, singing love is coming down to those who care. When you roll, will you still be dancing on into the dawn? And your stars, they keep on burning, even when the nights are cold. When you roll, will you still be dancing on into the dawn of the light?
Hello, welcome back to an interview. We hope you enjoyed the song. Here is Linda.
Here is Maruška. Here is Terka. Hello.
And today we have an amazing guest, Carlotta Bastian. We are continuing in the interview. So, what are your future plans for the chateau? Are there any further phases of renovation or plans to expand offerings for the public?
We are currently at the beginning of our restoration journey, and while we are excited about the potential that lies ahead, we want to approach our plans thoughtfully and responsibly. We are willing to open the castle to the public as much as possible, creating opportunities for local residents to celebrate significant life events and other gatherings. We are also dedicated to enhance our events and activities. Our goal is to share the rich history and cultural heritage of the chateau.
So, are there any ongoing research projects or historical studies connected to the chateau, such as archival work or archaeological discoveries?
We have collaborated with the Czech Technical University in Prague on research initiatives related to the chateau. So master students have conducted analysis and measurements of both the chateau and the former brewery. Their projects have provided us with the diverse visions and innovative ideas for the site's future. This collaboration not only contributes to our understanding of the chateau's history, but also engages the next generation of architects and historians in preserving our cultural heritage.
And do you have any other organizations with which you, I forget the word, with which you work together, which are helping you somehow?
We are always open for collaborations. So we had the collaboration with the Technical University. We are happy to work together with the Scouts here in Lobkovickém, and we are always open for new cooperations, especially with people from the region.
Yeah, we also have an interview with Scouts from there. So if you want to, you can listen to it. I think it was just a while before the Dendremesl was happening. So they were talking here about it too. Yes, and what would you like visitors to take away from their visit to the Lobkovickém Chateau?
So we hope visitors take away a profound appreciation for the site's historical evolution. Because for me, the most intriguing aspect of the chateau is its transformation over time, how its architecture and purpose have changed, and while still maintaining a sense of consistency. Old photographs displayed during our guided tours, for example, show these transformations and reveal its resilience even after many periods of destruction and damage.
And what everything can visitors see there? I don't want you to reveal everything, of course, some secrets, and so they always have something new to learn. But can you just somehow tell them what can they expect from their visit?
So the guided tour is divided into different parts. It starts at the Gothic part, which is the oldest, showing the oldest room of the castle, which is located on the rock, which you can see from the other side of the castle. If you ever have walked around the castle, you will see that it looks completely different from the other side. Then it continues in the Baroque part. We have the Baroque souterrain with a large hall with high ceiling and beautiful windows. And then we go to the Renaissance part, where there's a little unexpected surprise in the middle. So something you would not expect to see probably when you enter the castle. And we have a little exhibition of old photos showing the transformation of the castle. And you will see some historical aspects which have been preserved, but also what was happening during the communist era when they were starting the construction.
And are there some rooms that are close to people, or they can see just on some special occasions? And why are they closed?
Closed at the moment is only the tower, because the staircase is not really safe at the moment. We hope to change this one day, because there's a beautiful view overseeing the whole area, including Neratovice, but also the forest and the lava. So hopefully one day we can offer this beautiful view to the visitors, but at the moment, unfortunately, we cannot open it.
And is there any message you would like to send to the audience?
Well, I hope to see all of you at our Christmas market on the 8th of December. And of course, next year during the Takže. And if you want to get married, you are very welcome to write me a message. Or if you're celebrating your birthday and want to celebrate a big party, you're also very welcome to approach us. Or if you have friends or families coming to visit, we have a guest house which is offering a lot of space in a cozy atmosphere. So,
And I also want to ask if you have some websites or profiles on social media where they can contact you or where they can find information about Chateau Lobkowice.
Of course, we have a website, chateaulobkowice.com, and we also have Instagram and Facebook, and we are trying to always post news on our social media, and also if we have some events, it will be published on Facebook.
Okay, then we will play another song now.
So it's perfect time to listen to some music, and we'll play you the song Home by Edward Sharp and the Magnetic Zero. So enjoy it.
Never
sitting in the back seat smoking a cigarette you thought was going to be your last. I was falling deep, deeply in love with you, and I never told you till just now. Let's go home. Home is when I'm out with you. Home, let's go home. Home is when I'm alone with you. Home, let me come home. Home is wherever I'm with you.
Oh, home. Yes, I am home. Home is when I'm alone with you. And I tell you my heart is I give up my heart and heart. Most it wants to water
Hello, welcome back to the interview. Here is Terka.
Here's Linda. Hi.
Here is Maruška. Hi. And we have an amazing guest here at our studio, Carlotta Bastian, and we are continuing in the interview. I have one question, and that is when the guided tours are even possible at the chateau? It's somehow regularly or at some special events?
Our guided tours are provided at our public events. So, for example, at the Christmas market, at the Day of Open Monument, at the Takže, and all coming public events that we are planning, hopefully for the next seasons. On daily basis or regular basis, we are not open, but if you're a group of over 10 or 15 people, you can just write an email and we can organize a private tour.
That's cool. Okay.
Okay, that's it. I don't have any more questions.
Okay, so we thank you for an amazing interview. We hope it was a good experience, that it wasn't horrible, and that our listeners know something more about our city and history of Lobkovickém chateau.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, so I will switch back to Czech and I'll tell you which important dates are there this week. Tak a tady teďka se podíváme na významné dny v tom týdnu a hnedka zítra 31.10. je Halloween, což rozhodně všichni znáte, ale Linda vám přece jenom něco o něm řekne.
Přesně tak vám jenom shrnu nějakých pár informací, kdyby vás o tom zajímalo něco víc, tak o tom máme vysílání.
Přesně
takže
tak.
se můžete podívat, je to někde začátkem. A takže jenom připomenu takový jako základnější věci. Takže Halloween je svátek, který se slaví 31. října, převážně v anglicky mluvících zemích, jako jsou Spojené státy, Kanada, Irsko a Velká Británie. Původně vychází z keltského svátku Samhain, který symbolizoval konec léta a začátek zimy. Keltové věřili, že během tohoto dne je hranice mezi světem živých a mrtvých tenká a že duchové mrtvých se mohou vrátit na zem. Křesťanská tradice pak tento pohanský svátek přejmenovala na All Hallows Eve, předvečer všech svatých, což se zkrátilo na Halloween. S dnešním komerčním pojetím Halloween spojíme hlavně dýně s vyřazenými obličeji, které symbolizují Jack-o'-lantern, kostýmy duchů, čarodějnic a jiných strašidel, strašidelné výzdoby a zvyk trick or treat, kdy děti chodí od domu k domu a žádají o sladkosti. Kromě zábavy a strašidelné atmosféry má Halloween také hlubší kulturní a historické kořeny. A ty sahají až do keltské historie a náboženských tradic. Ten původní svátek, Samhain, který byl pro Kelty jedním z nejdůležitějších dnů roku, kdy se loučili s létem a vítali zimu, období temnoty a chladu. Věřili, že během tohoto svátku hranice mezi světem živých a mrtvých slábne, takže, jak už jsem zmínila, duchové se mohou vrátit mezi živé. Lidé zapalovali ohně, aby chránili své vesnice před zlými duchy a oblékali si masky, aby je zmlátili a odradili od škodění. S příchodem křesťanství se pohanské tradice byl postupně propojen s křesťanským svátkem všech svatých, který se slaví 1. listopadu a navazujícím svátkem všech zemřelých 2. listopadu. Církev doufala, že takto lidi odkloní od pohanských zvyků, ale některé tradice a pověry spojené s mrtvými, duchy a nadpřirozenými se udržely. Halloween se zachoval aspekty rituálů spojení s posmrtným životem, duchy a temnotou. Postupně se rozšířily do Ameriky, kde se vyvinul do podoby, jakou dnes známe, s dýněmi, kostýmy a zvyky, jako je právě ten trick or treat.
A já bych tady ještě jsem našla, jaké je to vysílání, tak je to tady naše 12. vysílání a součástí právě našeho 12. vysílání byly různé strašidelné příběhy, které se s Halloweenem pojí, právě například příběh Jacka Lanterna nebo podobné další věci spojené nějak s tradicemi nebo svátky. Nadále tedy tradice a nejrůznější svátky. Také jsme tam říkali, jak se Halloween slaví v různých jiných zemích a například jsme zmiňovali i opravdu významný a jedinečný Dia de los Muertos, který se slaví v Mexiku a ve Španělsku. Potom jsme se tam povídali o nejrůznějších halloweenských filmech, máte tam různá doporučení. A jsou tam i nejrůznější recepty na vánoční pečení, takže rozhodně...
Halloweenské.
Omlouvám se, já už jsem ve Vánocích. Halloweenské pečení, takže rozhodně na to vysílání nezapomeňte kouknout, pokud vás Halloween zajímá a pokud si chcete dozvědět něco o zajímavých tradicích a podobně. A tedy, jak už vám tady Linda řekla, tak nás čeká právě předvečer všech svatých, Den všech svatých a potom dušičky zemřelých, veškerý tyhle dny, jak to Linda říkala.
Ano. Můžu ještě zmínit teda, že vlastně do ten Halloween se pojí, když je zítra, tak zítra tady v Dodemo se uskutečňuje akce, jmenuje se to Cesta bludíčky nebo bludíčka tak nějak a je to taková jako strašidelná stezka odvahy pro děti, že si projdou různá stanoviště, zasoutěží si a nakonec se čeká sladká odměna.
Přesně tak, takže pokud máte malé děti, nebo jste malí děti, což tady upřímně pochybuju, vzhledem k tomu, že celý rozhovor byl v angličtině, ale pokud máte malé děti, tak rozhodně přijďte a neváhejte, je to vždycky hrozně krásný a potkáte tam jak Lindu, Marušku i mě, takže rozhodně koukejte a možná z toho přineseme i nějakou reportáž krátkou. Tak a tedy...
Já bych ještě chtěla zmínit, že 9. listopadu se koná v Tišicích pochod za kozlouchem, tak určitě můžete navštívit, protože podle nás všech,
Kozlouch je velká.
Je to jedna z nejlepších akcí tady v okolí, tak určitě se tam jděte mrknout.
A tady stejně tak se konají i halloweenské průvody, jak v Lebiši, tak rozhodně i v dalších městech po okolí, takže těch se rozhodně nezapomeňte zúčastnit. A tedy, kromě toho, že zítra, 31.10. je Halloween, tak je i den UNICEF a Světový den spoření. V pátek, 1. listopadu, takže máme další nový měsíc, je Mezinárodní den veganství. A v sobotu 2. listopadu je Světový den vitamínu D. A tedy Linda vám řekne, kde nás můžete kontaktovat.
Přesně. Najdete nás na Instagramu, kde jsme jako Rádio Fenomén, na Facebooku také jako Rádio Fenomén a poslechnout si nás můžete na YouTube i na Spotify. Na Spotify ale umišťujeme zkrácená vysílání. Nejsou zde písničky. Takže pokud budete mít méně času, určitě si nás poslechněte tam.
Ještě co se týče akcí, tak bych ráda zmínila, že 17.11. v neděli na svátek se koná předávání ceny města Neratovice a je to tedy druhý ročník slavnostního předávání cen významným osobnostem města a poděkování dobrovolníkům. Večer doprovodí vokální skupiny a věřím tomu, že tam jsou i nějaké různé vystoupení, takže rozhodně pokud vás bude zajímat nějaká kulturní událost, tak neváhejte a přijďte tam.
Tak a naše další vysílání bude také v angličtině a bude se týkat rozhovoru o kanadských rezidenčních školách pro původní obyvatele a poví nám o nich Kanaďan Tinoy Anthony James. Tento rozhovor si rozhodně nenechte ujít.
A tedy já už musím říct, že jsme se dostali k závěru našeho vysílání. Už končím. Ještě jednou moc děkujeme hostovi za úžasný rozhovor a věřím, že jste se dozvěděli spoustu nových věcí a i vám za otázky.
Užijte si Halloween.
Přesně tak, užijte si Halloween. Věřím, že vás to nejvíc uvidíme tady. Věřím, že přijdete na
všechny ostatní akce,
které se zmínili. A tedy už nám nezbývá nic jiného, než vám poděkovat za krásné vysílání. Slyšíme se za týden. Mějte se fenomenálně.